Well, anticipation is the name of the game here this evening at Headingley. These two great sides, great local rivals, Castleford and Leeds, hoping for a place in the semi-final, hoping to join Wigan, Bradford Northern and Widnes in the semi-finals to be played a week next Sunday. It's the weekend after the Wembley Challenge Cup final. For Leeds in particular, this is a last chance to salvage something from a season which has promised so much and so far given so little. Leeds welcome back Gary Schofield, of course, this evening. And Schofield, proudly this week, his wife gave birth to his child, a son. And I'm sure Gary will be delighted about that. He's also delighted to be included in the Great Britain squad to tour Papua New Guinea and New Zealand. Richard Gunn is substitute this week after a sterling performance last Sunday at Castleford, where Leeds lost 38 points to 18. Leeds are well fired up this week. Carl Gibson just getting a presentation there. And that'll be for his record appearances that he's made, 84 today. And here come Castleford, led by John Joyner. And their lack, of course, Graham Steadman, who was rumoured to be playing all week and has dropped out at the last minute, so they keep the same team last week. I'll just give you the teams as we'll just listen to Carl Gibson's well-deserved round of applause. A tremendous record for a great player. And the Leeds team just waving to the crowd in the North Stand, showing their appreciation of the season. And they're coming over, they know that this could be their last home game. But they're fired up and raring to go, and they'll be hoping for a win today in the semi-finals next week. I'll give you the teams. For Leeds, Phil Ford is at full-back. John Bentley, Rob Ackerman, Carl Gibson and Vince Fawcett are the three quarters. Gary Schofield returns at stand-off. Paul Mullaney's at scrum-half. Cavalier, Colin Maskell, Paul Dixon the front row. Roy Powell, Mike Coiti back in the second row. Dave Vernon drops to loose forward. The subs are Gary Lord and Richard Gunn. For Castleford, Steve Larder is at full-back, leading try-scorer this season for the Glassblowers. St John Ellis, Sean Irwin, Grant Anderson and David Plange, the three quarters. Jeff Hardy and Neil Roebuck are the halves. Lee Crooks, former Leeds player, Kevin Beardmore and Dean Sampson are the front row. Neil Batty, Keith England and John Joyner make up the pack. Charles Boothroyd. And substitute today, Kevin Ward, who was asked for a transfer this week, which has been granted, and he's on the transfer list at £120,000. And one wonders whether there'll be any takers for a man of his age and a fee of that size. Could quite conceivably see him staying at Castleford next season. He's a testimonial due, and he'll be hoping to get some reward for the 10-year sterling service he's given to Castleford. Our Leeds are going to be playing from right to left as you look at it. That's the way they like to play at Headingley in the first half. It's going to be Gary Schofield to kick off. Well, Leeds rest David Young this week. Lions international prop forward after his game at Castleford last week. And Cavalier moving up there with Mike Coidi coming back into the pack. A stronger looking Leeds team this week. Well, I can show you very well fired up, and the crowd certainly fired up. A tremendous atmosphere here. Mr. Robin Whitfield from Widnes, the referee. And he's just cheered, and Lee Cooks, ex-Leeds liner, gets that ball and brings the ball up to the 25. One is struggling to hold Cooks already. That's a great run there from the big number 8. Beardmore, seemingly international career end for Kevin Beardmore after his exclusion from the tour party announced last week. England, one who will be going to Papua New Guinea. That's back for Cooks. He'll put the kick in, and Cavalier just unlucky there with the kick. That's a beautiful kick from Cooks, and it's for Ford. And Ford sensibly letting that go. That ball was bouncing awkwardly. So we'll have the first scrum of the game. Kick-off delayed this evening until 6:30 to accommodate the BSB Satellite Broadcasting Company. But this doesn't seem to have any effect on the crowd. A great crowd here. Full at both ends, and the South Stand absolutely packed below us. That's out to Leeds. And it's a penalty to Castleford. There at the first scrum for feeding his own feet by Paul Delaney. Well, Mr. Whitfield, Leeds will be looking for him to be consistent as most scrum halves feed their own feet. And Sampson driving for the line. Leeds will want to concede early points as they did last week. Beefy down the short side, that's Kevin England. And John Joyner, he's the danger man, he's the playmaker. Schofield bumps Crooks there. Run complete runner now, that's a good play. Oh, and Leeds there, almost caught out cold. Ball was knocked back and bounced awkwardly, and Castleford in possession with 6 more tackles. And still driving for the line, good tackling from Coiti. Joyner now. It's out to Crooks. Crooks ships a beautiful ball there to Batty. And Castleford will use the short side again, Joyner. It's a kick through, but Fawcett dives on that. And Leeds absorbing that early pressure from Castleford. The result of a penalty given by Whitfield, and Dixon bringing that ball away well there. Jinking, weaving, going from right to left. Cavalier. No progress for the Australian against Dean Sampson. That's a penalty there, David, and slipping, and Castleford going in. Heavy while Adam was on the floor. So Leeds have a chance to clear the lines. Everton, first appearance at loose forward for some time. They had a Devori, still suffering from the ankle injury. He picked up at Wigan, so he was not considered for today's game. Everton drops back to loose forward after his performance at standoff last week down at Weldon Lane. And Maskill just voted player of the season by the Leeds supporters. How well he richly deserves that honour. And John Bentley coming in field. Dixon, another one who could consider himself unlucky not to be on the Great Britain tour. So then straightening up play. Dixon had a great season for Leeds. Switched to front row, seems to have done wonders for his career, and that's a good kick by Schofield, but that will not find touch, and that's going to be picked up by Plange. In fact, he hits the ball with his foot and it just rolls back. And John Bentley safely putting out the threat from the big number 5. Anderson, 26 tries last season in his first season in Rugby League. England. That's a penalty to Leeds there. And Crooks was pulling England away there after England had a few words to say to the referee. I think England dropped that ball as he was getting up to play it. And Maskill is going to have a kick at goal. Punch thrown in the tackle. And Colin Maskill going to have a shot at goal. Well, it's some 25, 35, 45 yards out, just 10 yards inside the Castleford half of the field, and it's actually Leeds' first look this game at Castleford territory. Mick Morgan coming on again with the water, and he's going to say something to Keith England. This is a new ploy by Castleford. And the clock stopped there, and Morgan playing the old soldier there and having a word. He did that several times last week. And he'll love that. Will make a very good friend of mine. And he'll be laughing there to the crowd as he runs off the field. And here comes Maskill now. Just whether that delay will have put him off, we've yet to find out. It's straight and it's high. But it's drifted wide and it's gone dead. So Castleford will drop out on the 25. And whether that delay affected him, we'll never really know. It was a difficult long penalty, but it was fairly straight. And Maskill kicking 106 goals already this season, been in fine form with the boot. And Ford taking that ball and looking at Fawcett. Yeah, Fawcett shouldn't have been there for that one. That was Ford's ball. Gibson. It's in and out, that ball, it's in and Roy Powell. It's Delaney this time, going to take up the acting half-back position. Normally filled by Colin Maskill. Schofield kicks again, straight in the hands of Neil Roebuck. Another lad who had a tremendous game last week at Castleford, playing out of position at scrum half. He's usually either loose forward or a standoff. And didn't let anybody down with his sterling performance last week. And he's offside there. And Castleford somewhat dummying at the play of the ball. That caught Leeds out. And referee Whitfield says that's a penalty. And Lee Cooks is going to have a kick at goal. Crooks in fine kicking form last week, kicking 6 out of 7 attempts, I think. And maybe even 7 out of 8. It was just one that he missed. And seems to have come back to something like his best form, which all rugby league can be grateful for, but hopefully not Leeds today. It's Cooks then to the jeers of the crowd. And the Leeds physio coming on now and trying a little bit of this. And what works for Castleford obviously works for Leeds, and referee Whitfield's having none of this now, and sensibly, because it's usually a Castleford ploy with Mick Morgan. The referee calling over to see the benches. And he's going to have a word with the Castleford coach and the Leeds physio, and I'm sure he's going to stop that. Mick Morgan running on, and that's a good ploy by Stuart Walker, the Leeds physio. And that will certainly affected Castleford's game plan, and Mick Morgan a very important part of that. So it's Cooks then with this kick to Castleford in the lead. We've been playing some 11 minutes. What a tremendous atmosphere there is here at Headingley this evening. Stacks it, that's high. And he's missed it. And that delights the crowd here. The rumour has it that Lee Crooks got off the bus today and walked towards the Leeds dressing room. And to be told, of course, that he's no longer a Leeds player. Flange. And that's good, keen tackling from Leeds. Crooks down, Dixon stalling the ball. Good play there from Paul Dixon. Elio. Good tackling there from Joyner. Delaney trying to get away from him, manages it, but he's running backwards, straightening up now, and Joyner gets him at the 3rd attempt. Oh, and Coady drops the ball there with the gap wide open and cut the gap out. Beautiful him there. And unfortunately, Coady just couldn't take the pass. The gap was there. Hardy. Sean Irwin being swung round in the tackle by his opposite number, Carl Gibson. Sampson over the halfway line. Tremendous player. Undoubtedly the player of the season at Castleford this year. He's had a tremendous season. Crooks stole the first tackle, but not the second, of his old friend Colin Maskill. Both live in Castleford, of course. And that's the 6th tackle coming up. And Castleford running this ball. And Carl Gibson there, and good play from Gibson. He intercepted, but that's 6 more tackles. But Gibson tackling St John Ellis, and Jeff Hardy runs from acting half-back. The referee saying that's not obstruction, and I don't think it really was. We've seen Crooks out for England. And Leeds will certainly know they've been in some tackling. With Keith England running at them. Batting, tackling from Gary Schofield. Suffering a bit from his eye injury that he received in the closing minutes of the game against Featherstone. And John Bentley picks that ball up, and he's got the ball inside to Schofield, and that's good play from the winger. And the referee now decided that it's a knock-on. And that it's Leeds that's knocked on. No, Mr Whitfield a lot nearer than what I was, so we've got a scrum here. The first scrum resulted in a penalty. Roebuck feeding that ball not to the satisfaction of the North stand, but to the satisfaction of Mr Whitfield, and that's what's important. Land. Hardy slips him through there. That's Batty going, striding out there. And Delaney coming across well. And Gibson picks that ball up and Batty losing the ball in the tackle and a touch judge. Referee not accepting the touch judge's word there. By Powell. Almost through there, Powell. Dixon. And Coiti. This is good play from Leeds, moving that ball out well, keeping the ball going. Gavalio. Leeds almost up to halfway, and good play by the Liners. This will be for Schofield, the kick. Castleford player knocks that back, and Lardner it is that brings it away. Irwin. Castleford playing with numerous standoffs in their side today. Roebuck, who's a standoff. Joyner, who started as a standoff. Grant Anderson and Sean Irwin all played standoff for Castleford. And tonight is Jeff Hardy from Sheffield Eagles, who has that role. That's clever play. Ball's out to St John Ellis. He's cutting inside. He runs into Carl Gibson. Roy Powell effectively in at the tackle. And a good kick there from Roebuck. That's found touching the Leeds 25. Well, so far in this opening 15 minutes of play, it's been Castleford doing most of the attacking. They've had most of the possession. Leeds have shown when they move the ball that they can move it quickly and make ground. And Delaney. That's another penalty there, given to Castleford at the scrum. Saying that Leeds came too quickly and it's going to be Crooks to take the tap. And he's kicking that ball back to give Castleford more depth in their attack. England spinning round in the tackle. Batty. Then Leeds have pinched the ball, and that's Paul Dixon again. Ackerman. John Bentley inside. Running across field, Bentley. Straightening up now. Lovely ball there to Ford. Ford, has he got the legs? Oh, he's lost the ball. And Leeds have it with Coiti. He's got Vince Fawcett with him. Oh, the pass there, and St John Ellis intercepts for Castleford, and that saved a certain try there for Leeds. Fawcett has that ball back again. That's good play. Bentley. Well, that saved a certain try there. The ball's coming across Schofield. He sees the gap. He shuts quicker than he thought there. Anderson and Irwin closing that gap. David Eden. Roy Powell driving for the post. Leeds 10 yards short. Maskell using the short side. Dixon. It's a penalty to Leeds. It's offside. I think it's Roebuck or Hardy. Cook's complaining. So Maskell will no doubt attempt to put 2 points on the board and take Leeds into a lead. Been playing something like 17 minutes. Norman Smith on with the sand. Maskell will be open. He has better luck with his kick than with his previous attempt. A lot nearer, of course. And Leeds unlucky there not to score a try. Coiti did the right thing. But St John Ellis, of course, running backwards to try and tackle the player in possession. Got in between the pass. But Fawcett got that back for Leeds, and that's good play. Here comes Maskell. And it's there, and so Leeds take the lead. And that's something they never did last week at Castleford. Well, as we expected, a cleanly, evenly fought game so far. Leeds just the 2 points are better off. It's Crooks to kick off for Castleford. Looks fitter than he did in his time at Leeds. Been training very hard, he tells me. That ball's for Gibson. Picks that up over his own line. That's a good kick by Crooks. Gibson almost through, and a good run up to the 25 there. Delaney caught in position again, as he was so many times last week at Castleford. It's back for Schofield. And let's play the ball down. Let's play the game down in the Castleford half. St. John Ellis runs into Mike Coiti. David Eden. Sampson. Father, of course, coach of Doncaster, did coach Castleford. Roebuck drops the pass, and Roy Powell says thank you very much. And Roy Powell's hands like shovels. Don't drop balls like that. Delaney moving the ball out, Coiti out wide. Gets the ball back to Delaney, good play, Mike Coiti, and Delaney's still going. And he steps inside, joining, he's still going, and Ford. No, and Ford can't take that. It was good play from Leeds. Ford unluckily there, just stretching for the pass from Delaney, but that was good play from Coiti and Delaney, and Ford in the right place. Crooks, England. Sampson. Dixon doing a tremendous amount of tackling this evening. Joyner trying to bring Hardy through the gap. And Ladder up in the line. Joyner switching the ball back inside. And that's Leeds' ball, that's Colin Maskill. Look at Leeds tonight, competing for all the loose balls. That was one facet of the play that let them down last week at Castleford. The loose ball seemed to belong almost entirely to the Weldon Lane men. Cavalier. Delaney. Straightening it up, and a good tackle there from Lee Crooks. Paul Dixon. That's the sixth tackle. Leeds not making much ground. Gary Schofield will no doubt put the kick in. Oh, he's running the ball, and that's out to John Bentley. Bentley's cutting inside. Still going, Ackerman, Powell. And that'll be the turnover, the first turnover of the game, in fact. Sampson throwing that ball back anywhere. And Roebuck now tackling position. Castleford losing ground in that move. Nobody expecting Sampson to pass the ball. Jeff Hardy. Tremendous game last week. David and not falling for that little sleight of hand by Keith England. Here comes Lee Crooks, and that's the kick. That's for Ford. Castleford up quickly, but Ford steps and he's thrown a gap. Ford still going. Can he go all the way? Oh, Schofield there, just knocking that ball forward. It's not a good pass from Phil Ford. And here come Castleford. This is a tremendous encounter. Flans with the ball. Schofield knocks him down. Sorry, that was Colin Maskill. Maskill was upside down at the time. I just saw the 9. It looked like a 6. Robert going for the line, and good tackling there. And Cavalier and David Eden saving the day for Leeds. That should have been a try to Leeds. And Phil Ford not throwing out the best of passes. Joyner. Hardy. Back to Crooks. Now what can a big fella do? He's got... Well, he decides to stick with the ball. It's St. John Ellis outside him. Joyner. Castleford at the most dangerous when Joyner's got the ball, running with it in the opposing 25. And Leeds there, leaving Carl Gibbs to tackle John Joyner, a dangerous thing to do. Hardy. And that's a try. Leeds, slack defence there from the Loiners. allowing that kick to seemingly go dead. And Castleford now taking the lead. Been playing some 22 minutes, and that's not the sort of start Leeds wanted to concede a try like that. Again, it's England, not the fastest man on the field. That's the second try he scored in consecutive weeks in that fashion, chasing short kicks through. And Leeds have only themselves to blame. They allowed that ball to go dead instead of making sure. So Cooks has this kick. Cooks just lining his kick up. This will put Castleford 6 points to 2 in the lead if it's successful. And Cass already making a substitution. Neil Baddy coming off and Kevin Ward coming on. This is probably a good move by Daryl van der Velde. Ward will be out to prove a point today. Not winning the best of favour down at Weldon Lane this season. And Cooks' kick is successful. And that's 6 points to 2. Leeds in arrears. We've been playing about 24 minutes of play. And that all came from a mistake there. When Phil Ford passed the ball to Gary Schofield, a pass looking slightly forward, and Schofield having to knock the ball up in the air, and Castleford swept it up, moved away. When the kick was put through, there was England. So Batty replaced there. So knock on by Sampson, and Leeds should have the head and ball at this scrum. Delaney to feed the scrum. It's been a tremendous end-to-end encounter. Castleford just showing most of the early play. That looks like a ball against the head, is it? Yes. They're running across field, but only as far as Carl Gibson. And that's a rare ball against the feed in this modern era of rugby league. Castleford taking the scrums 2-1, including that one against there. Here comes Kevin Ward. The man Leeds will know all about from England, try scorer. Good tackling from Leeds. Cooks back now, this could be the kick. It's to Joyner. Joyner missing out a man, bringing Irwin. 6 more tackles there, Gibson knocking that ball down. Crooks. And a great tackle from Gary Schofield there on young Roebuck. Arriving at the same time as the ball. Crooks choosing his hand off, but Schofield brings him down again. What a tremendous tackling stint the Leeds captain's put in this season. That's for Ford. It sits up lovely for him. Now Phil Ford would love to score one of those length of the field tries he used to score for Bradford Northern. Vince Fawcett inside looking for work. Struggling there with Kevin Ward in the tackle. 25 minutes of the game gone. Roy Powell in possession for Leeds. Missing Cavalier out, that's Dixon. Delaney. For Mike Coady. Mike Coady sent that in a new dimension to the Leeds attacking force, running out wide. Superb passer of the ball, got his Schofield with the kick. That's high. And Leeds chasing that one, that's for Larder. Larder taking that safely, as he tends to do when he's not under pressure, and he's a strong runner. But only as far as Carl Gibson. Brooks. Hardy, Schofield again, in at the tackle. Joyner. Lucky bounce there for Castleford, and Roebuck brought down by Schofield. Sampson. Irwin. Murden has him and brings him round with a Cumberland-style tackle. Ford allowing that ball to go dead. And under no danger from any Castleford attackers too far behind the ball. So Leeds have a tap on the 25. And it's given to John Bentley. Cavalier. Delaney. We're going Delaney. Good run there from the youngster. And Bentley's at acting half-back. Decides to go himself. Lasker. Dixon. Spinning out the tackle. Good play, Dixon. He's up to the full-back. He's got forward. That's a tie to Leeds. That's going to be a tie under the post. And that super belly flop for Phil Ford. And some 30 minutes now, and Leeds drawing level. And this kick from Colin Maskell should put them in the leads. A tremendous try there from Ford, and he's just waving to the crowd. Well, Colin Maskell with this kick. That was good play there from Leeds. Good play from Delaney, and good play particularly from Dixon. Superb end-to-end entertainment. Maskell then to put the liners. 8 points to 6 in the lead. It's there. That's his 108th goal of the season. They'll be delighted with that. And Leeds there taking the lead, and good play from the liners there, moving that ball. Delaney, good part there, and Bentley taking the ball on. Lee Cook's getting the bird from some of the Leeds crowd, but that won't bother him. He's too much of a professional for that. Gibson. Gibson just rolling about on the floor there, making valuable yards for Leeds. Roy Powell. Kevin Ward in at the tackle. And Dixon on. Dixon showing how dangerous it can be, spinning out of tackles, and lovely pass to Ford in support. David Eden. It's good play from Leeds. Maskell and Schofield at one side of him. I should have said each side of him, and that's Schofield's kick. That's for Larder to pick up. Moves it to Flange. And he's running a touch there, Flange. But Maskell making sure the danger was only short-lived anyway. That was a good tackle there from the hooker. Coming across, tackling right in front of the dugout. And that's out to Leeds this time. Delaney making no mistake. Bentley. Ackerman. Ackerman still persisting with this. Running into the player instead of running into the gap. Coiti. Oh, Coiti. Oh, this is good play from Leeds. Coiti going. There's a Schofield. That's going to be a try again. He scores. Schofield, and suddenly Leeds putting all the pressure on. Tremendous play there from Mike Coiti. The Castleford player, I think, involved in an off-the-ball incident. On Mike Coiti. Coiti got his pass away, I think it was Dean Sampson. To the player, he said, running into... The Leeds going further in the lead now by 12 points to 6. And you can hear the tremendous cheers of the Leeds crowd in the south stand. There's nothing they'd prefer than to beat Castleford this evening and make further progress in this Premiership. Of course, the reward is a home tie for Leeds next week against Widnes if they win today. That leaves them only one game away from Old Trafford. Old Trafford, a place that they've never been to play rugby league since they played Salford there in 1958, I think it was. Anyway, it was much too young, I can't remember that. But David Noble, at the side of me, tells me that he went there to celebrate his 20th birthday. So Maskell has his kick. The wind just catching that one, but it's just curl wide. The wind just blowing that wide. Go Leeds, 12 points to 6 in the lead. And referee Robin Whitfield just having a word with some of the Leeds players there. I think something was said about that tackle by on Coiti after he'd passed the ball. And Gibson good tackling from Hardy, but Gibson still stood up. Roy Powell. Leeds caught right back on under their own post. On the line. Cavalier. Oh, and busting throw there. Cavalier, good running from the former Barrow and Halifax player. And Coiti. Ready showing what he can do with the ball in his hands. This will be for Schofield, surely for the kick. And Larder allowing that ball to bounce and gives it to Flange. Flange will run at the defence. Ackerman brings him down. A much different game so far to the one we saw last week at Weldon Lane. And Castleford stormed off into a 24 points to 0 lead for Leeds it back just before half-time. Well, that's a good ball, Hardy. Dixon pushing him into the touch there and almost pushing him into the second row of the north stand. But good tackling from Paul Dixon. It's Castleford lacking Graham Steadman. And Delaney has this ball in his hands. He feeds, that's out to Leeds. Gary Schofield. Oh, and a bad ball there from Schofield. And Castleford in possession. Irwin. And that's Leeds under pressure almost immediately. Instead of having 6 tackles to play. Oh, that's John Joyner, I think, said something, or is it? Referee Whitfield telling him to keep his mouth shut. You can hear all the talk from the players and the officials on the field up here. And that's a penalty to Leeds, and Sean Irwin being told off by Lee Crooks and John Joyner there. I don't know what he said to the referee, but it had nothing to do with him. Castleford were in possession, and Maskell kicking towards our commentary position, and that's coming right for me. In fact, lands about 2 foot outside of me and lands on a BSP man's lap. In fact, it hit Ian Proctor on the leg, and he's just smiling to himself. Oh, lovely ball there from Delaney. Cavalier still going, Gibson. And now Leeds would love to score now. I make it 2 minutes to go in this first half. There's been just a stoppage time. And Davidson. And Delaney there. Coiti pulled back off the ball there. Powell. Oh, Powell's through the gap. And he gets the ball inside to Ackerman. That's the 6th tackle. I think Schofield's going to hoist the up and under. It's a tremendous up and under, and Larder's not too happy under these, but he takes that one. And that's a dropout. So Leeds should have possession again. And Larder took that ball under an onslaught of Leeds tacklers very well there. So Leeds applying something like some pressure in the closing minutes of this first half. And that ball, tremendous dropout, that's going right back into the Leeds 25. Ford up too far probably there. It means that Leeds, instead of being attacking, will be still pending their own half of the field. And they won't want to lose. Possession before half-time. Castleford coming into this game today with 10 straight wins. And Mick Morgan was telling me last week after the game that Castleford fancied the chances of going all the way to Old Trafford. Delaney, Cavalier. Schofield tries a chip on there. And I think the tackle had been committed on Schofield before Kevin Beardmore realised that Schofield had kicked. Crooks, Larder, St John Ellis, running backwards and running into Carl Gibson. Irwin. Maskell injured in that. Sampson. Tremendously strong lad, Dean Sampson. Maskell just standing with his hands on his knees. He'll be glad of the half-time rest. And Joyner running with the ball. And Cooks has it. This is good play from Castleford. Oh, Cooks is going to go all the way, is he? The ball shook out of his grasp and Leeds have possession, and Cooks is injured there. I think his knee's injured, and you'll hear what the crowd think of that, and that's a sorry sight if Lee Cooks is injured. Both. Bentley running in the middle of the field. And the referee sensibly stopping play while Lee Cooks is attended to her. It looks like an injury to Lee Crooks there. Lost the ball in that tackle. Leeds back in possession. And John Bentley just waiting to play. Came up to where Crooks was laying injured, and referee sensibly stopping play. Crooks is okay, he's up. Powell. Spinning round in the tackle. Cavalier. Schofield. And then into Joyner and Kevin Ward. That's the 6th tackle. So this ball probably before Phil Ford to kick, is it? Or is Delaney going to run the ball? That's clever play from Delaney. He's got Aaron inside him. He's running away from that support, but he's got Fawcett here, and Fawcett's still going. And Fawcett. And David Aaron just having a word with the youngster there. He ran away from David Aaron, and it would have been probably better putting that ball in the middle of the field. Castleford at 6s and 7s. And Jeff Hardy, a little been seen of him this week. He ran the show last week at Castleford. And as they say in rugby league and many other sports, after the Lord Mayor's show comes a muck cart. And Jeff Hardy not having a particularly effective game so far this week. In England, moaning at the referee again, Kevin Ward. And there goes a half-time outer. Leeds it is that take a 12 points to 6. Lead in with them, thoroughly deserved lead. They've played a better football. And they opened the scoring after 18 minutes with a Colin Maskell penalty. And then after 24 minutes, England scored a try after a kick through, and Crooks converted to make it 6 points to 2 in favour of Castleford. And then Leeds scored 2 tries in 4 minutes. Ford under the post after good work from Dixon, and then Schofield after good work from Mike Coeedy. 1 converted by Maskell, 12 points to 6, and there it stayed until half time. So John
Harkin now just misses to get it out, and it's Simpson. There's a big gap here for Marchant. Has Marchant got the pace? Francis certainly has. Lovely try. Brilliant try for Bradford. Francis came into the line there for what we call a little inside pass, a little drop-off pass from Tony Marchant, who'd done well. He drew the cover right across, and Francis showed a little bit of good wing technique there, coming in, took the pass well and had plenty of time to stroll and just touched down underneath the post. Seems to have recovered from that knock. Fairbank's in, Hobbs is there now. McGowan straight into the line for Skerritt. Will they stop him this time? I don't think they will. That's a lovely try for Skerritt. Right on the half-hour stage, some superb play there by Bradford, whipping the ball along the line. Really, when Skerritt gets it from a yard out like that, there's not many people going to stop him. Noble's at half-back, out to Harkin. He will take a drop. Yes, he does. Right between the middle. Alan Hunt gets a good pass out to Vivers. Mumby up very, very fast on Vivers. Forburn. McGowan's moved in, but have done well at St. Cyr now. They've got a 2-1. Bailey's gone on his own. That's good play from Bailey. Bradford caught at 6s and 7s there. Now it's Cooper. The ball's gone down. Bradford have it. Out to McGowan. McGowan inside to Cordell. He's got a straight run to the line. But won't catch this fella from here. Tremendous pace, and that's really signed, sealed and delivered the game for Bradford Northern. Now it's Fairbank. Fairbank straightening up. He's got Hobbs inside. He can go on his own here. He's charging through and he's there. The power of the man. So now in this last minute, Bradford Northern beginning to walk away with it. That lovely break from Harkin leading up to that one. So Charlotte Hooton must go when Keith Mummy kicks his goal. Mummy. So there goes the hooter. The eventual score of 25 points to 8 for Bradford Northern. That late tries from Cordell and Carl Fairbank just clinching it. A game in which until about the last couple of minutes St Helens were always in with a chance. But in the end the home side coming away the worthy victors. I'm sure now Bradford Northern waiting anxiously. They've heard that Warrington have won their game against Wigan. All they need now is for another team below them to win, and they will have a home tie in the next round. Alan Hunt there shaking hands with Tony Marchant. He had a tremendous game. The Northern fans there really giving their charges a worthy cheer. Certainly worked hard today. They all look well jiggered as they come off. Brian Noble, Roger Simpson. And don't forget the St Helens lads. Gary Conley had a tremendous game. What a player he's going to be. Alan Hunt, a tremendous prospect for the future. And with players like that, St Helens will be back, you mark my words. So once again then, a final score from Oxford Stadium of Bradford Northern 25, St Helens 8.
And Leeds back on the field now. And Mike Coeedy, the man in your picture, had a tremendous influence on this first half. He's a tremendous runner, a great passer of the ball. He always passes at the right time. He sticks when it's right to stick, and he passes when it's right to pass. And he was probably the difference at Wigan, between Leeds and Wigan, was when Coady went off injured. One or two good judges of rugby league at Wigan thought that if Coady had stayed on, Leeds might have had the chance to beat Wigan, and then who knows, of taking the championship. But of course, Coady back in action this week after missing last Castleford game last Sunday afternoon, and he's had a tremendous influence and a great bearing on this first half. No crooks, recovered both sides as they went off at half time. No substitutes on apart from Kevin Ward and for Neil Batty. And it's Castleford to kick off with Lee Crooks, and that's for Vince Fawcett. And Fawcett threw the first two tacklers, but he slipped there. And Delaney takes that ball from acting half back up to the 25. That's good play from young Delaney. Schofield looking down into the 25, and Plange's going to pick that up. A good tackle coming in from Roy Powell, and again the big fella in at the tackle on Larder. And Anderson. England. John Joyner, Jeff Hardy. It's good tackling by Leeds, keeping them pinned down here, Crooks. I'll put that kick in a touch. And that's successful. It grubs in and he finds touch some 2 or 3 yards just inside the Leeds half. Well, they've got another 40 minutes of pulsating rugby league in front of us here. And Leeds losing that ball at the scrum. Delaney knocked down quick enough. Castleford in possession. Sampson. Second row man in there at the tackling. That's good second row forward play. England. Kevin Ward. And Schofield has it for Leeds. Good play. Ackerman. Through the gap, Ackerman. Oh, and Grant Anderson getting him at the second attempt. Quick thinking there. Oh, and that's a lovely ball from David into Coady. Coady, Gibson. Still going, Carl Gibson. Coming inside now. Still going, Carl Gibson. Oh, and a high tackle from John Joyner, and he's sent from the field. And I don't think there was any malice intended in John Joyner's tackle there on Carl Gibson. I've never ever seen John Joyner sent from a rugby field in all his career, and that's a sad sight to see. Gibson wrong-footed. Joyner there, and Joyner sent from the field, and that's a sad sight in rugby league when a player of his calibre and his stature in the game is sent from the field. Well, Gibson receiving attention. Bentley. So Gibson still receiving the attention, and he's up, and Colin Maskell will no doubt kick for goal. They're hoping to put some points on the board, and Castleford down to 12 men. We've seen some tremendous fight backs this season from teams down to 12 men, not least of all Leeds against St Helens. And Castleford are just the sort of side that can play with 12 men, as they showed in on Boxing Day when they had young Sean Irwin sent from the field. We had a Divordi sprinting along the touchline side. It looks fit enough to me. Paul Dixon receiving some attention on the touchline as Maskell lines this ball up. And it's there. So 4 minutes into the second half. Leeds extending that lead to 14 points to 6 with the penalty for Colin Maskell. The incident which saw John Joyner, the Castleford captain, sent from the field of play. And Dixon's back on. Brooks. He's Fawcett taking it on the burst. And powering up towards Hardy and straightening up. He's still going. The punch thrown there, but the referee didn't see that. Roy Powell. Schofield with a kick. And that's going to bounce the wrong way. Larder picks that up. He's running across the field with Larder, and Schofield gets him and drags him down. Right on the spot where the incident with John Joyner took place. Flange looking for work inside. That's good play from the winger. Castle will have to regroup now without Joyner. Sampson. And Leeds really fired up in this second half. Brooks. Anderson. And Delaney doing the policeman's job very effectively there. He just hangs back behind the first line of attack effectively for any chips that come forward. Nardi. Tackle on the halfway line, and it's 6 tackle coming up. Larder. And Carl Gibson there, unluckily knocking on. Charger kick down, but knocked on there. If he'd have caught that ball, and I think it would have been good night nurse for Castleford. Gibson was sure to have gone there. He just kick came off his leg, and as he tried to pick it up, he sort of fell on the ball, and the ball went forward. Hardy. St. John Ellis. Good tackle there by Vince Fawcett. England. Heading Ward. Got a forward pass there. The referee not in the best place to spot it. And Sampson benefiting from that, and here come Castleford now. Still going Larder. Cass putting some pressure on Leeds. Leeds will be careful not to let Castleford score. Tremendous support here from both clubs this evening. Crooks' kick. And Bentley watching that go dead. No danger there from Castleford. And Jeff Hardy there interfering as the ball was thrown back for a quick tap. Dixon. Delaney. Good support there from the scrum half. It's been a facet of Delaney's play this evening. He's backed up relentlessly all evening. Aaron Coiti. He's up the ball, and Leeds have it, and that's 6 more tackles. That ball was not from Coiti's grasp, says the referee. Schofield. Leeds playing some good football now. Roy Powell forward. Caught by Grant Anderson. Cavalier. Roy Powell has it for Leeds. Oh, great play there from Roy. Delaney picking that ball up and going himself. He's up to the 25. Leeds certainly playing some attractive football at the moment. It's out to Hidden. Slips the ball back there. And Sampson has that for Castleford. Bevan and Roy Powell a bit at 6s and 7s there as to what was going on. Jeff Hardy runs into Carl Gibson. Sean Irwin. And I think that Cavalier's injured there. Cavalier, I heard his shout out there as I think it's his arm that's injured. Couldn't quite see what happened there. It looked like his arm, although Stuart, the physio, seems to be attending to his leg. He's had an ankle injury. It'll be a sad blow for Leeds if Cavalier has to go off the field. Cavalier back on his feet. A generous round of applause. And he's going to go to acting half-back. In defence, Kevin Ward. And the big fellow would like to run now. Sampson. Still going, Dean Sampson. That's good play from him. And that's the sixth tackle. Crooks is going to put the kick in. He's in. Olada puts the kick in and Leeds caught offside. Putting themselves under pressure. To Castleford. Crooks is going to have a kick at goal. Important kick this. Castleford just one score behind. Yeah. Both Leeds substitutes just warming up. Whether they'll be used is pure conjecture at this stage of the game. Here comes Lee Crooks. He's settled that ball down. He's got the jeers of the entire Leeds crowd here. I think there's some 15 or 16,000 here this evening. And Crooks kicks that one, and that's an important kick for Castleford, as Leeds have done most of the pressing in this half without having anything to see for it. And Lee Crooks. Leeds in the lead then by 14 points to 8. Been playing some 12 minutes. And Schofield. Leeds will do well to exploit this gap that's bound to be created by the fact that John Joyner missing from the field. Crooks running into Paul Dixon. And of course, if Castleford would have scored again, it would bring the scores level, and the last thing either of these sides will want is a replay. Kevin Ward running, he's dropped the ball, and Gary Schofield has it for Leeds. And the crowd expecting Leeds to score now at every opportunity. Coiti. And Lee Crooks now patrolling Coiti. Of course, wasn't at Leeds when the big New Zealander was here. He left before Mike Coiti joined. Cavalier shrugging off that ankle injury there. Running hard and straight. And Schofield. Oh, he's still the gap, Gary Schofield has the side of Leeds. What a great play from Gary Schofield. Showing true international class there. Probably at the moment the best standoff in the game. Well, the question on everyone's lips is, will Gary Schofield get the captain's job to tour at Britain this season now that Ellery Hanley has pulled out? A good performance tonight. They just do that. And Gary Schofield there with a tremendous, and he just waves to his south stand. Well, he's a proud father this week as his wife Adele gave birth to his son. And the question we must ask him after the game is, will he be a centre or a standoff? As his father has certainly made the transition in fine style. He looks at the moment the best standoff in the English game, and that's not taken away from such luminaries as Sean Edwards or even Graham Steadman at Castleford. And I think Cavalier might be about to be replaced. He's certainly over there on the side, but he doesn't want to come off. Richard Gunn stripped off. Schofield involved in every Leeds attacking move, and he just cut through in fine style there, left the defence for dead, and romped over. Couldn't get round in front of the post. Leeds 18 points to 8 in front, and Maskell has this important kick. Leeds 20 points to 8. And it's there, straight between the middle of the uprights. And what a great season Colin Maskell's having for Leeds. His best since he joined the club. And come to fruition, 100 of course David Ward, the man who originally had a big hand in his signing while he was still first team hooker here at Leeds. And Richard Gunn coming on for Cavalier. And the youngster, Leeds will lose nothing in effort because Richard Gunn had a tremendous game last week. Just down at that ball and driving it in straight away. And just running straight into Kevin Ward. Not the best pastime for a spring evening. Roy Powell. Let's go for a little kick. Let's play the game down here. Ladder running straight into Ackerman. Flange. Go on, Leeds tackling keen now. 3 men in there on David Flange. Crooks. And 3 men, 3 Leeds men in at every tackle. Hardy, lovely ball to Larder, and Larder's through the gap. And Bentley's got him, I think. Good run in there and good pass from Hardy. To Steve Larder, Roebuck. Hardy again. And that's the 6th tackle. Roebuck, Crooks, what's Crooks going to do here? Oh, and that's a poor kick from the Castleford captain. I'm sorry, the Castleford captain is the ex-Leeds captain, of course. And whoever is captaining, it's still a poor kick. Richard Gunn driving from acting half, straightening up. Carl Gibson straightening up. Carl Gibson sidestepping though, but Cook's good tackle there on his former teammate. Nice skill, bringing Dixon in. Some spinning in the tackle, but Leeds pen back on this 25. David Eden, Skoiti. Eden again. That was good play. Richard Gunn was obstructed there as he went to pick up that return ball. Well, that's going to be a try to Castleford there. Dean Sampson collecting the charge down, and Castleford have scored a try completely against a run of play from Gary Schofield's kick. Was a bit adventurous there with his kick, was Schofield. Seemed to take his time, and kick was charged down, rebounded perfectly for Dean Sampson, and there was no stopping him. He ran some 20 yards to score that try. It's a great try for Castleford. Puts them back in this game. 20 points to 12. And the touchline kick for Lee Crooks. Been playing just half of this second half. And Leeds looking. Good try there for Castleford, coming at the right time for them. I think a few heads were just starting to go down in the Castleford ranks. So Lee Crooks then, right on the 25-yard line. 5 yards in from the far touchline side. Lee Crooks. And that's well wide, so Castleford have to score twice now. That's an important kick. 20 points to 12. Leeds remain in control. That's 8 points in front. And Gary Schofield there. Too professional to let another like that bother him. Sean Irwin running with rare determination there and bouncing off David. And England. The Leeds just need to keep their heads and keep the tackling up. Larder trying the chip throw. Grant Anderson switching that ball inside to Hardy. Schofield has him at Castleford on the attack again, and they've got Leeds rattled. Kevin Ward. And that's a penalty to Castleford in front of the post, offside at the play of the ball. And that's as good as 2 points to Lee Crooks, and Leeds sliding to look a bit rattled now. And that all started from a tremendous run by Sean Irwin, and then a lovely chip over from Steve Larder and bouncing just right for Grant Anderson. He switched it inside to Jeff Hardy, but Schofield's back to tackle him. And then Leeds offside at the play of the ball. And that's through the uprights, so Castleford now back to 20 points to 14. And Leeds just need to settle it down. And conceded 6 points in the last 3 or 4 minutes. And Castleford were looking anything but dangerous. Schofield's kick. It's picked up by Sampson. And the number 10 running with rare power now. He's well fired up. Ward. Roebuck. Irwin again showing that he means business tonight. Anderson there, luckily he's got that ball forward. Gibson picks it up for Leeds. And Leeds in possession. That was good tackling from Gary Schofield. Schofield looking for the interception off Lee Crooks' pass. David Erdon, Richard Gum. Erdon again, bringing Roy Powell on. Castleford defence up quickly there. And short side, Leeds have men on to spare here. Oh, knocked on there. By Paul Dixon, pass a bit too adventurous, no need to miss the man out. Larder. Ford up in the line has him. England, good tackling by Leeds. Crooks has that ball. Ball there, lost in the tackle, but it went backwards to the referee. Leeds will be keen not to be caught offside. Jeff Hardy with the kick. That's for Ford. And safely taken by the Welshman. Running across field. Straightens up. 3 or 4 Castleford men round him. Ackerman. Good tackle from St John Ellis. Easing off his wing, tackling in the middle of the field. Richard Gum. Stop the ball. And annoyed with himself there. That's Grum wheeling round there. Referee not allowing that. That's out to Castleford. Hardy, Larder, on himself. Tackling from Ford and Gunn. England. Referee says that went backwards. The crowd say it went forwards, so it doesn't matter what the crowd think. Could have been more injured there, just. Crooks. Going Ward. Roebuck, Hardy, Irwin. It's a 6th tackle coming up. And Roebuck will put the kick in. And well taken by John Bentley. The long ball across to Ford. And Ford's caught. Bentley running that ball out. Oh, and bad play from Leeds. Terrible play from Leeds there. Bentley pushed back over his own line, running across the face of the post. Well, Leeds conceding possession there. It'll be a dropout. And Castleford. Larder taking that ball and bringing it back. And slipping. And 3 Leeds men in at the tackle. And Sean Irwin had a tremendous game for Castleford this evening, and he's there again. Driving the ball in at every opportunity. Kevin Ward. And the Leeds crowd starting to get behind Leeds now. Oh, and 6 more tackles there, says the referee. And Leeds making all sorts of errors now. Castleford in the Leeds 25 with Keith England. Crooks, dangerous times for Leeds. Crooks able to slip passes out of seemingly impossible situations. Roebuck, Hardy. Hardy now, can Castleford do it? Right in front of the post. They've got men to spare on one side. Leeds just getting the defence right. Here comes Crooks. Lovely ball to England. Crooks still has it. Can Anderson get the ball down? No, it's a 6 tackle and Anderson held just short there. Clever kick from Crooks that time. Yes, and St John is in on the touchline side, and Castleford coming back, and Leeds, are they going to let this one slip? 6 tackle, allowing Castleford to score on the 6 tackle. You can only got to say that's bad defence. There was only 1 man on that side, and he scored the ball. And Schofield just calling Leeds together, and that came from a mistake from John Bentley. And Leeds having to concede the dropout. And Leeds rattled now, and Castleford right back in contention for this. 20 points to 18. And Leeds have only themselves to blame if this slips away from them. Committed all the errors. Giving away possession when they've had it. Being driven back over the line there, John Bentley, and having to drop out. St John Ellis scoring that try for Castleford in the corner. And Crooks has this kick from the touchline to draw the scores level. And it's anybody's game now, and Castleford are well fired up with a man short. But they're well on top at the moment. Allow Castleford to come back. Here comes Crooks. And that's missed. And they've allowed Castleford to come back from 20 points to 8 down. Castleford scoring 10 points in a 14-minute spell. And Leeds have it. And Castleford will be well fired up now for this one. 10 minutes left for play. Well, the crowd can't complain tonight. It's been a tremendous entertainment. Great game, and St John Ellis to try scorer, bringing the ball back. And the referee giving a penalty there against Leeds, and again Leeds conceding ground. Referee saying that it was slammed down. That's a spear tackle. That's not allowed to do with spear tackle in rugby league nowadays. So Castleford again will make ground, and Leeds are severely rattled, and it's showing. The Castleford crowd to my left behind the post in fine vocal form this evening. Here comes Samson. England. Richard Gunn has it for Leeds. Hudden, Schofield. Left Hardy for dead. Insensibly just taking that ball in. This is the first time Leeds have been in possession really for some time now. Waity. Delaney. Leeds at the moment going nowhere. They'll be happy just to be in possession. Castleford tackling up very quickly. Hudden going himself, Dave Hudden. Through the gap. Maskell has it. Oh, and he's knocked on there. Well, if Colin Maskell had taken that, there looked to be a triumph for Leeds. And Leeds have had the chances this second half. And the ball's been put down 2 or 3 times in promising positions. Carl Gibson guilty of that, as was Paul Dixon. Jeff Hardy. England. Seven or 8 minutes left for play, plenty of time to let things happen. Irving Ward. Good ball from Lee Crooks, bringing Ward, short ball. Larder. Tackle in the middle of the field, that's the 6th tackle. Crooks will put the kick in. Vince Fawcett safely has that in his hands. And will run this ball out, showing the ball. Delaney bringing Bentley in. A good tackle from St John Ellis. Oh, Castleford really driving Leeds back now. Powell. This time Schofield's kick. Spins and finds touch. Right on the halfway line, or just short of the halfway line. The scrum will fall on the head and ball to Castleford. And Castleford keen again into position. And that's the worst case of feeding the feet I've seen this season. Hardy. Ackerman has him run around there, not being effective this time. Irwin. Well tackled by Carl Gibson. 6 or 7 minutes left for play, Crooks. England. Well, Dixon winning the Leeds Man of the Match award, but I'm sure he'd settle for another try from somebody for Leeds. Kevin Ward running hard and strong. Anxious to prove a point today, I think, that he can still do it for Castleford. Crooks. Schofield has that ball for Leeds. That was a timely interception by Gary Schofield, and he knocked the ball backwards. And he's injured there in that tackle. Richard Gunn. Caught at acting now. Powell. Oh, and Powell knocking on there. Taking his eye off the ball, and Castleford know they've got Leeds rattled now. Three or 4 minutes left for play, plus any injury time to be added on. Robert puts that ball in. And Hardy's knocked on this time. And you'll hear from the cheers of the crowd what the Leeds fans think to that. Castleford taking the scrums 9-3. And that's one more to Leeds, and Schofield going himself, but only running into Jeff Hardy. And the penalties, Castleford have taken one against their head. And the penalties, 6-5, Castleford have them, which are gone. Paul Dixon spinning out of tackles. Dixon still going. And taking some pulling down. David Hidden, seeing the gap. Still running David Hidden, still going. Oh, great run there from David Hidden. And Leeds coming back at the right time as far as they're concerned. Schofield, Coiti. Fawcett, good pass from Coiti. Ford, stepping, still going. Oh, great run from Ford. Into the 25, he's lost the ball. Referee says he knocked that on, and Castleford are going to bring a substitution. Charles Boldride coming on for Keith England. And Leeds bringing off Roy Powell and bringing Gary Lord on. Fresh pair of legs at this time, won't go and miss. Can only be 2 or 3 minutes left for play now. Roy Powell, I just heard the BSB commentator say, had 30 tackles this afternoon, which is a tremendous amount for the big fella. He never shirks anything in defence and always willing to drive the ball in attack. Boldroyd. And Leeds will want to keep Castleford pinned down here. And there's one man who wants to change that, that's Kevin Ward. And another great run there, making all 15 yards. Roebuck, Crooks, Hardy. Ooh, almost losing the ball there, Hardy. Crooks. With that kick, and that's gone into touch in the Leeds 25, and that's just where Castleford want Leeds. Still Leeds hanging on, slender 20 points to 18 lead. Castleford giving everything. 3 tries each, and only the 1 extra goal from Colin Maskell separating the sides. And Castleford in possession there, that's a bad header from Leeds. And with room to work in, here's Boldroyd. Schofield bringing him down. Hardy. Well, Leeds have got to hold out now. Kevin Ward tearing in. If Castleford score now, it'll be too late for Leeds to bring it back. And Castleford in a great position. Roebuck, Crooks, there's men to spare here. Oh, Maskell's intercepted. And Maskell's going to go. Has he got the legs? I don't think he's going to have the legs, but Vince Fawcett certainly will have. And that's all over for Castleford. Fawcett going over. Well, Colin Maskell had a tremendous season for Leeds. Intercepting Lee Crooks' pass there. And going 75 yards before he offloaded to Vince Fawcett, and that's it for Leeds. And you can see by the crowd in the north stand and David Ward's face. David Ward's face on the bench there, you can see. I don't think he can believe it. That was as close as Leeds have come to going out. And in the end, Colin Maskell, a great season, player of the season. It's a great... Maskell has this kick. Leeds leading now by 24 points to 18. And this kick important. There's still 2 or 3 minutes left for play. Maskell. It's high and the crowd are cheering. Oh, and it's missed. Leeds still leading by 6 points. And Crooks will kick off. And Leeds will have to be alert because I have a feeling Lee Crooks is going to try a short one. And safely picked up for Leeds by Paul Dixon. Coiti. What a great game, Mike Coiti. And then Leeds just settling play down. Still time left for Castleford to at least steal a draw in this game. Mitchell gone. Good play there from the former Colts international, Schofield. Oh, great kick by Schofield. Driving Castleford back. Well, Castleford performed heroics tonight since John Joyner was sent off, and there goes a hooter in Leeds, and in the Premiership semi-final. Probably for the first time for 5 years, I think, since Grove was here when they went out to Ulkinson Rovers, despite scoring 3 tries to 2 from the drop goals of Paul Harkin, that evening. Kicked Leeds out of the competition, so they'll be playing Widnes here a week next Sunday. And they won't have an harder game than this to play if they get to Old Trafford. Castleford thoroughly disappointed. Mick Morgan, I can see, who told me that Castleford were going to get 50 points last week when I spoke to him. And the Leeds players just coming over and showing their support to the South Stand. Well, for Leeds, a great performance. And one of the end which ends on that interception by Colin Maskell. And Vince Fawcett scoring the try. It was Leeds who opened after 18 minutes with a penalty by Maskell, making it 2-0. But 6 minutes later, Castleford were in front. England scoring the try after a clever kick throw, and Crooks converted. It was 2-6. On 30 minutes, Ford had a try, converted by Maskell. It's good work by Dixon, that was 8-6, and Schofield had a try on 35 minutes to make it 12-6. That's how it stood at half-time. Colin Maskell increased Leeds' lead in the second half after 4 minutes with a penalty. And then Lee Crooks replied some 8 minutes later with a penalty for Castleford, making it 14 points to 8. Schofield had a try after he split the defence wide open. Maskell converted. It was 20 points to 8, and Leeds cruising an home and dry. But 12-man Castleford came back well. Sampson had a try after charging down Schofield's kick, 20 points to 12. Crooks had a penalty, 20 points to 14. On the half hour of the second half, St John Ellis scored in the corner after some sloppy defensive work by Leeds, making the score 20 points to 18. And then almost 2 minutes from time, Colin Maskell intercepted Lee Crooks' pass, raced some 75 yards before handing on to the supporting Vince Fawcett, who scored out 2 wide out for Maskell to convert. 24 points to 18, that's how it stood. Leeds in the semi-finals of the Premiership competition. They'll play Widnes here a week next Sunday. So join us, and I hope you've been entertained by the game this afternoon. Well, Colin, didn't know you had the legs to go 75 yards.
No, neither did I. I'm glad I saw Vince on the outside, because I don't think I'd have made it. I saw I think Plange and St John Ellis would have caught me.
It effectively settled the game. Castleford came back well. Was it this sending off for John Johnny, you think, that rallied him up?
Well, we've played against sides this year who's been knocked down to 12 men, such as Wigan, and they held us 10-all. You know, that you find with a man short that they do rally together and get stuck in.
It was a completely different game to last week. You didn't really perform at all last Sunday, did you?
No, we didn't perform at all. Maybe 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, that's all at Castleford. But today we came out very determined, you know, and I think it showed.
I just heard you interview on the BSB. You said you had no feelings for Castleford. A good friend of yours and mine, Mick Morgan, said last week that they were going to put 50 up us. What have you got to say to that?
Well, the proof is in the pudding. See, we've knocked them out of this Premiership, and you know, we've Widnes down here now, so we're looking forward to that.
You're not bothered who you got, of course, but Widnes at home, you're confident?
Yes, very confident. You know, the lads are going well, sticking it up, you know, sides up towards the end of the season.
On a personal note, you've been just been voted the Players Player of the Season award by the Supporters Club. What does that mean to you?
It means a hell of a lot. I've been in, you know, the run-up for the last couple of seasons, and I feel, you know, tremendously happy with the award.
Well, once again, Gary, a 12-man team give you a bit of a fright.
Yeah, they did. We was our own worst enemy, really. You know, we got a few points in front and let Castleford back into the game, but all credit to them. They rallied round, put a bit of a fright up us, but Colin Maskell got interception and Vince Fawcett finishes off in good style. And in the end, I think we was worthy winners.
Yes, I think Colin Maskell there, I don't think he had the legs to go 75 yards. We were surprised.
Very surprised, yeah, but in Colin he does cheat a little bit in sprint turning, so he'll have to do a bit more. But if he didn't take interception, I would imagine Castleford would have scored in the corner, but that's the way it goes. And as I say, in the end, we was worthy winners.
You've got Widnes here in the final, in the semi-final. You've beaten them twice already this season. Do you think that'll give you in good stead?
Oh, well, we're not going to look at the past season now. We've got to make sure that we're just thinking for the Widnes game, and it's all on the day. We've got to make sure we don't freeze and hopefully get the right result and finish the season off at Old Trafford. On
a personal note, Gary, there seems to be some speculation you're going to be named captain of the Great Britain team. Do you know anything about this?
No, I don't. Just what people are saying to me and also in the press, but you know, I don't know anything about it, and if I do manage to get the job, then I'll be over the moon, totally honoured, and I'm very surprised as well, to tell you the truth.
I'd like to congratulate on the birth of your son this week, and the question everybody's lips up there tonight was, is he going to be a stand-off or a centre?
Well, I'm going to put a golf club or a tennis racket in his hand first, but whatever he wants to do, you know, he's got my full backing on him.